So we're on to the orange belt now, third belt up. Remember all these techniques we're about to see, this is just for this belt, but we've got to see all the techniques from red and from yellow and then orange. So don't ignore the ones we've just done, the children need to perform all of those as well. Go back, watch those videos before we go on to this one. They need to do it all. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a jab, cross and hook. Let's go into the basics of a hook punch first. So Hana, if you go into the left stance for me. Okay, so the jab we've gone through on the first belt. The cross we've gone through on the second belt. But if we go into a hook punch, if we do off the lead arm for me, we're going to start by focusing on bringing the elbow up high. There's lots of different hooks. There's no right nor wrong. There's body hooks, there's head hooks, there's little short hooks, there's long hooks. So this is just a standard, really bog standard variation of a hook. We're going to again use the body. So Hannah's twisting her whole body around like she's a column and she's twisting through. So the power doesn't come from her using her shoulder, so only a small muscle here, and we're using our whole body to rotate and bring that punch through that target. Now imagine I've got a target or a focus pad here, we're coming through it. Some hooks can stop on it, we're going through that target. There are some martial arts styles, nothing is right nor wrong, which face hook punches up, some which face hook punches in. We don't mind which one they do. Generally we teach with a thumb facing inwards, but if they perform this, that's fine as well. There's lots of arguments to and against as to what's right or wrong here. At this level, for this age, I don't mind, as long as we've got good rotation and good basic technique. Now, that's the punching arm. What's the other arm doing? Staying tight on the guard, hand on the chin, elbow tucked in. Okay, so we're going to be performing only a front arm hook. We're not going to do a rear arm hook, and we're going to be performing it at head height for this age, okay? So the combination is jab, cross, hook. So looking for the twist. Now that makes it actually a bit easier because as they do the cross, they've twisted one way, so the hook then actually makes the rotation a bit more obvious and a bit more easier to do. Because once Hannah's twisted on her cross, she then twists the other way, and the rotation is easy for her to remember and do. So let's go all the way through. Hands on the side, feet together. Left fighting stance. So jab, cross, hook. My count. Ready? 1. A little bit faster now. Ready? 2. 3. One more for the camera. 4. Good. From there we're going to jump, change stance. Now when practicing at home, we don't need to call out how I am here. I'm just doing this for this is exactly what it's going to be like in the exam. It's a traditional way of calling. At home we can just say switch or call out numbers. That's fine. So now it's the other stance. Jab off the lead hand, then cross, and then hook punch. Keeping the other guard tight, elbow in. Jab, cross, hook. Right stance. Ready? 1. 2. One more. 3. Jump, change stance. And close stance and finish. Front leg comes back. So, onto the kicking techniques for the orange belt. Remember, we have to see the kicking techniques from the first belts before this as well. Go back and watch those, we need to see those. So the next kick we're going to perform is side kick. Again, for ease of teaching, for this age group, we're going to be kicking off the rear leg. Fundamentally in sparring, probably not going to be landing too many of those. It's really a front leg kick, but we're trying to teach easy to learn things here. So, back leg. So what we're going to do, why is it called a side kick? It's called a side kick because the chamber comes across. So when we're looking at the target, just do the chamber for me now, Hannah. We can bring that chamber across, so we're side on to the target. All right. Now I'm going to show you side on this way first, so we can see. So Hannah, if you go into a right leg fighting stance facing me, drop this leg down for me. Right leg fighting stance. Switch stance for me. Right leg in front. Good. Bring that back knee up and across that target. Now, as we extend the kick out, I'm just going to hold your balance a little bit to help. As we extend out, we want to try and see this foot here turned over, so we're striking with the blade of the foot, the edge of the foot. There, great. So we're striking with this blade of the foot here, the edge. So, right leg in front, fighting stance, facing me. So, chamber across, side kick comes out, chamber back, and then land all the way back. So chamber across, kick comes out, edge of that foot, good guard, nice and tight. This is the position we want to see. See how we've twisted on that back foot just like we did on the round kick before this. We re-chamber, knee comes back in, and then coming back down again. Noticing how we're following the basic rules. Chamber, kick, chamber, down. On this side kick it's different because we're coming across the side. So chamber, kick, chamber down. One more time side on so the camera can just see it slowly. So we chamber across, side on. Nice and high chamber, got your balance. Kick comes out, here. edge of that foot striking. Rechamber, and then come all the way back again. Good, so let's start from the beginning. Hands on the side, feet together, facing the camera. Left binding stance. So side kick, rear leg. Ready? 1. And back. 2. Looking for the blade of that foot. So if we're having trouble here, we can turn the back over, stamp it on the floor, and that's how we remember what part to kick with. Good. 1 more, ready? 3. Now, switch stance. So again, let's stamp that back foot on the floor with the edge of the foot so we remember how to kick. Chamber across and kick. Let's go. 1. And back. Good. 2. Watch that stance in between. If we have a bad stance between our kicks, we're going to struggle to perform the kick. So always come back to a good stance. 1 more. Ready? 3. Then come back. From there, switch stance. Now, close stance, finish. Okay, relax. Whenever we perform basic kicks, they have to be performed from a good stance first. It's the foundation of what we do. If we have a bad stance, they're going to struggle to perform a good kick. So always check we have a good stance between each kick. Good job.